There we go. We're going to start a little bit earlier today. How's it going, guys? Welcome. So last week, we had some major problems with the stream doing it horizontally. So we're going to try it vertically today, just for today. Next week, we might go back to the horizontal format. So there you go. We're just giving it a shot. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming in. We're going to do a little bit more on the discussion side today and talk about next week primarily. So we're only going to have a maximum of 2 winners. So one we're going to give away today just for having the stream, and then we're going to have some that we're going to release once we hit 200 viewers, and we're not going to do anything for memberships this stream. So save your memberships for next week. Trust me, you're going to want to know how that works. So I will explain everything as we get, around 9 p.m. I'll reiterate everything. How's the sound, guys? Everyone hear me okay? Thanks for coming back. Welcome, Dean, River Eye, Rankin. Nice to see you guys. Perfect. Awesome. All right, good deal. Thanks for coming in, Brad. Good to see everyone. This has been a lot of fun, and got a lot more coming. So Nick says he unboxed a Grail knife of his, the TRM Neutron 2. That's a very nice knife. I actually got to hold one at Blade Show. Very, very high quality. Very high quality. Ramses, channel member for 1 month. Welcome back. Thank you for continuing to do that. I really appreciate it, guys. So here's the cool part. We're still a little bit early. And you know what? I'm not going to spoil it yet. Let's just say that you don't want to miss next week. That's what. Make sure you are here next week. Do not miss next week. You will be very sorry. Probably the biggest giveaway we will have ever done. So don't miss it. Eric, glad you could finally make one. That's awesome. That's great. There's already 50 people in here when they haven't even technically started yet. That's always a good sign. So while we're here, let me show you what we got. And we can talk about pretty much anything during this stream. We're going to talk a little bit about what we're giving away, but then we're going to focus on answering questions. I know last stream, we did it with members only. We still had a bunch of people in here, which is cool. It was a little bit kind of a smaller group, which is okay, but we're going back to standard streaming from here on in. So we have the new Victorinox Swiss card wallet. So these things are pretty expensive. It's not going to be for me. I'm probably going to end up just using a Swiss card in a wallet. So I'm going to be giving that away. And we're also going to be giving away one of these. These are made in the United States. This is the Nutsack little organizer. Made of wax canvas. Mesh on the inside. Pretty cool. So these are very premium products. But yeah, we're going to do that once we hit that 200 mark. So let's see what we got. Wire cutters chipped on the free P2. Any other options, or just grab? So I'll get to that in just a second for sure. So Leatherman Rev is 40 bucks. Well, right now they have a better cutter than some of the more premium multi-tools, which is pretty sad, as I demonstrated in my last video. So let me give you guys a little bit of update on that free series issue with the cutters. If you were to order spare cutters right now from Leatherman's website, you are going to get the same design. So basically, they're going to be identical to the ones that they had already, the ones that broke. Sadly, they will not be any different. So yeah, I am unfortunately, you might be a little SOL. When it comes to finding spare cutters, we're going to have a real problem. I think everyone's going to struggle with that. If you're getting your first Leatherman, you're never going to get access to the nice ones. So someone was asking, what's that case? It's the cases I use for pretty much all my personal gear. They are made by Case. I'll just pull another one out real quick. So I keep my different gear in here. On the back is actually a maintenance panel, and it actually has a TSA lock right here, which is mostly just to kind of keep small hands away. And I keep all kinds of different stuff in different boxes, and I need to continue to reorganize this. So this one has some loose components that need to be reorganized. So I just threw them in here. So this is the pry tools that I ended up deciding to keep. All the others, actually, this one does not belong in here. I'm not keeping that. All right, so you know what? We'll just put that in with one of the winners. Where did I throw that? Here it is. Okay. You know, we'll throw this in as something we'll give away as well. Found that on AliExpress. It wasn't as good as I thought. Yeah. But the Case, amazing product. Made and designed by my friend Lawrence. He's also the same, one of a couple people that work with Revo, as well as not TRM, BRS. Yeah. Yeah, I really like my favorite ones are the ones that got the maintenance tray on them, for sure. So don't buy the Case right now. So I actually have a code upcoming that'll give you a big discount on their entire website. So I'm working with them right now, and that'll be live sometime in November. So if you can wait, I will let you know when that goes live. I'm going to do a big video about all the sale items, all the different things that are on sale during Black Friday. Tim's going to give me a little hand with that. We're going to line everything up, and we're going to put everything in the description and the pinned comment. It's going to be great. Welcome, guys. I'm not sure how the accents may allow it to say your name. Desir? Glad you can make it here from France. That's awesome. What time is it there? It's got to be pretty late. If not, or early, I guess. Probably very early. So yeah, so the cutter issue on the Leatherman has not been resolved. And as far as I can tell, there is no solution, because this is the cutter they've been using for a while and no one noticed. Somebody just told me they found it on their Leatherman Dark Side, which was an older garage tool, and I didn't even realize it went back that far, which is crazy. 2:02 okay, 2:02 p.m. is not too bad. That's not bad. Is it p.m. or a.m. in France? Isn't it a.m.? Isn't it 7 hours ahead? Yeah, like, the cutter issue is bigger than people realize. Imagine you are a company, right? Just imagine you're a company, you're selling a new product, and your new product is worse than your old product. That is your worst case scenario. basically. That is like the worst case scenario. Or worse, your less expensive product is better than your more expensive product. That's what we're facing right now. Like things like the Leatherman Curl are way better right now than the Leatherman Wave from a cutter perspective. That's not where you want to be if you're Leatherman. So that's not good. So it's 9:04, and if you've never been here before, let me give you a quick intro. You're going to see in the chat, pinned at the very top, is a link to a Google form. Okay, so to win these items today, all you have to do, you don't have to be a member, all you have to do is fill out that form and finish it by 9:45. Okay, make sure it's right before that, 9:45. It's very important that you get it done. So there's that. Bolivia, nice. Thanks for stopping in. Nice seeing everyone. So it's 9:04, so I figure we'll reiterate this one more time. But let me tell you about what's going to happen next week. During our little member stream, someone had this really cool concept, and I loved it. And I thought, what a cool idea, let's do that. And they thought about this idea called, why don't we have max giving? So the theory with this is that next week, instead of me doing like giveaway lots that are about $50 to $70, give or take, we're going to start at $100 and we're going to work our way up. We're going to unlock different giveaway tiers. Every time we have 10 new members, we're going to unlock the next tier, and it's going to get more and more expensive, up to 10. Now, we may not get that far, but basically every time another tier is unlocked, we have a more expensive group of stuff. And I have it all laid out. I have to make sure I have it in the correct order, but it is going to be spectacular. There's going to be some really premium stuff. There's going to be lots of things. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. So max giving next week. Put your calendars. Don't miss it. It'll be the biggest giveaway ever. At least $2,000 worth of stuff, probably more. Definitely don't miss it. So that's coming in next week at 9 p.m. Wednesday. Now I don't know if we're going to do it vertically like this, or we'll do it horizontally. I don't think it matters too much to everyone. You get the idea. We're not going to miss out on this, so that'll be cool. Yeah, it's going to be great for me because I get to clear out a lot of my stuff all at once. So Ziggy, I had stuff up for NAF sale. It got sold, but don't worry. When I get back around December 1st, I will be posting between 20 and 50 different items on NAF sale. It's not currently, there's nothing there right now, but I will let everyone know through the community section on YouTube. So if you want to buy stuff, I will be selling a lot of things 50% off. Some really rare things, like we're going to sell the Charge G10, which I think it has proper cutters, actually. Let me see if the Charge G10 had... I should have checked. Yeah, I really should have checked this. Nope, not that one. Is this the Charge G10? Yeah. There we go. So this will be one of the things that will go up on NAF sale. Now, I just wanted to see if the cutters... Wow. Look at that. It's the new style cutters. They have been doing this for longer than we expected. Look at that. There's a gap right there. And these have been around for a little while. Wow. That sucks. But that just gives you the time frame. They've been released. It's not like this cutters have just shown up recently. They've been clearly using them for a while. These cutters are the inferior ones. So that sucks. But I mean, you can always get it from an older tool if you want to, but No, it's exactly the same. So the gap that you just saw, that's exactly the same as with the Leatherman arc. So if the Leatherman arc, you could see the gap is still there. I mean, obviously I broke it, but it's that same rounded surface. And let me grab the ones that are not like that. So you can see. So if you were to buy replacements on Leatherman's website, they're going to be exactly the same. Somebody has already checked, and they're exactly the same. Okay. So here's an example of what they should look like. Right, these are the ones on, now I have some modified Leatherman core, but you can see straight cutters. And in fact, I believe these are the 154 cm variations. They've since changed it. They were no longer 154 cm. David, thank you for joining as a channel partner. Really appreciated. Thank you so much for joining. David, don't miss next week. When you come in, this is going to be the biggest giveaway ever, okay? So everyone, don't miss next week, please. You're not going to want to miss it. And you don't have to be a member to win next week either. But you want to be here. You may want to join, because every time we unlock it, it's going to get like, it's going to start at 100 and it's going to go all the way up to like $350 at the very end. Yeah, it's going to get crazy. I don't think it's a bad batch of cutters because, like, you can see, like, this is what they should look like. And they, like, you see there's no gap there. There's no gap. Same thing, like, where versus this. But, like, if you look at any of these cutters, no gaps, right? Nothing there. Same thing here. Perfectly straight. Right? Like, this is what it should look like, basically. And, yeah. So right now, if you were to buy a wave, you'd be better off buying a used Leatherman wave, like pre-2015, than buying a brand new one. That's pretty bad. That's not what Leatherman wants to be doing. And since they've made it possible, you can't buy the older cutters anymore, right? Like, there's no reason. Like, a used Leatherman wave is better than a new one right now. So the gap is not going to allow it to cut. So, you know what? Where did I put the other charge G10? Oh, I know where it is. I thought I had it. I guess I don't. You know what, though? I do want to show you guys something, and maybe this is a solution. So this is a Leatherman wave, but you'll notice something a little different here. These are EOD cutters that I modified to fit inside the Leatherman wave. These things are absolutely fantastic cutters. And so they aren't going to be great for hardwire as much, but not bad. Ramsey's gifted 1 membership. Thank you so much. Save that for next week. So if you guys want to do memberships, just save it for next week, because it's going to really go far next week. Like, crazy far. We're going to unlock crazy value. Like, we're going to start off with 2 winners, potentially at least the $300 value. And then on top of it, we can unlock up to like $2,000 worth of stuff. So it's going to be crazy. Steve, I'm working on it right now, because frankly, I can't trust any of these companies to get their shit in gear. But it's more going to be towards like Leatherman Leap. So hold on a second. where's that? There it is. So if you're not familiar with the Leatherman Leap is, this is it right here. Oh, Adrian, Damn Designs. Adrian, he doesn't need any help with design. He is a very talented designer already. But you got to understand that when you design a plier-based multi-tool, it's very complicated. Very, very complicated. There's a lot of moving pieces. You know, you have different people making different components. Just keeping in mind that you can, if I were to make a multi-tool, it would have to be made in China. There's no way around that. There's no way to make it here at a reasonable cost. That is just simply impossible. If you've never tried making something yourself here, it's crazy expensive. So anyway, I just want to show you something. These are EOD cutters. I've never tried this with the hard wire, but well, these are not really meant to do hard wire, but they certainly do it. So because the EOD cutters are much sharper, and actually these don't seem to be deforming, but they might have EOD cutters there. But keeping in mind that they only work for the Super Tool 300 EOD or the MUT EOD unless you modify them. So they might not be a bad solution, and they cut software much better than standard cutters. They're crazy good. So my goal with the small multi-tool is to kind of pick up where this tool kind of left off. So the Leatherman Leap is very light. Very, very light. So coming in under 5 ounces, but full-size plier head, right? Full-size plier head, small handle, just enough to get work done. You know what I mean? It's got the cutters, it's got the grabbers and everything like that. What they didn't do right with this is that they kind of marketed it to kids, and I really wanted it to be like something that was compact, but yet full-size pliers that could do more. Like, think more like mini tool, right? Like the mini tool is a better example of crazy good. I mean, like, here, hold on a second. Let me grab the mini tool. You want to talk about amazing engineering? Tim Leatherman came out with that, I think, 2 years after the PST. 2 years after the PST, he developed the mini tool. It even came, it's the second tool ever made by Tim Leatherman, and it's one of the greatest things ever made. Check this thing out. So this is the mini tool. Okay, mini tool. Check this out. Pliers, and then you pull out the second arm, like so. And now you have a full-sized multi-tool. How cool was that? I mean, is that not one of the greatest thing ever? Like, and look at how small it folds up. Like, it fits in a 5th pocket, no problem. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not incredible design? I mean, Tim really knew his stuff. Really did. Like, God, it just makes me so annoyed that they took this and then they can't figure out how to make something good. It just boggles my mind. You know what I'm saying? Just remake this. You know, honestly, just remake this, Leatherman. Just that. Just do it. You already have the design for it. I mean, just sickens me. Yeah, and they even managed to have, like, it even has a small file, flathead, so cross cut, straight cut, flathead, and then our standard driver, and then it even has a little mini blade that you can use. Really stout little blade, so, you know, open packages or whatever. Just freaking awesome. Well, the thing is I don't know if you guys know, but they're discontinuing the style PS as well. They probably already have. Just they're getting out of the market for small tools, I think. I don't know. I think maybe just warranty claims are a big problem for them. Like in many ways, it's a little bit harder to carry because of width, but compared to some of the other multi-tools out there, it's very, very the bottom of your pocket like you would a Zippo, right? Like it's kind of like Zippo. And that's kind of where I want to go a little bit bigger. So something along the lines of the Leatherman Leap. So a little bit bigger handle, potentially not folded out. Similar tool set, kind of in the same vein, except that I'm going to delete 1/2 to make it a little thinner. And instead of using the saw, which made no sense, never should have been here in the first place, diamond file, scissor, screwdriver, plier. That's it. Diamond file, scissor, screwdriver, plier, no blade. No blade. The idea being that it make a complementary multi-tool, a tool designed to go with a knife, instead of being something that is replacement for, meaning that people can take it through TSA. People can take it into basically any environment. No problem. Like just having the right combination of tools. That's what I want to build. I want something that is not a blade. Like I want an excuse to carry my knife. You know what I'm saying? I want to carry my knife. So if I'm carrying a knife, why does my multi-tool have to have a blade? It doesn't have to have a blade, right? It doesn't have to. So why not just like a small compact multi-tool under 5 ounces that doesn't have a blade in it? I know, what a concept. I know, right? But like it's important that the plier head is a full-size plier head. So this is a tougher plier head that will be found in the Skeletal or anything. This is the same plier head that's in the Rev. And this is a tough plier head. This is tough. This will take some abuse, right? And with the handle, you're never going to put enough leverage on this thing to really break it because it's just too short. So it's perfect. Yeah, like you don't need a full-size multi-tool. I just need something kind of like to have my hand stronger, right? I just need to like have that diamond file. And instead of a screwdriver dedicated built in, it would be 4mm bit holders. So it'd be 4mm bit holder in the end with 2 4mm bits stored on the other side. That's what I'm looking at building. I'm actually working with an incredible designer right now, and hopefully we can bring it to Kickstarter. He's already done a bunch of stuff already. So I'm just giving, at this point, it's not even like a money issue. I just need him to make it. So we're working on trying to process that because it is absolutely necessary that we have something different out there. See, like, here's the problem. The Skeletal has shit pliers, like absolute garbage pliers. Like, they are the worst pliers that Leatherman has made in any medium size. Like, you just twist them a little bit and they snap those plier heads. Just suck. Like, that's the problem with the Skeletal pliers. Just not good. So, like, the thing is if they sold, see, I've never heard anyone break the pliers on the Leap. Why? Because in order to put the leverage on this, you need a longer handle. Like, you need a longer handle in order to apply enough leverage to break it. So, in theory, with a big enough plier, you'd have to need an even longer handle to break it. That's the thing they need to do. They need to do this, which is what they already did. It's just they flubbed it. This used to be $40, by the way. So I would like to try to do something like an interchangeable blade, but the problem is that creates all kinds of new issues. We're going to try that. We're going to try it, but there's no guarantee you can make it work. We start with the file, but if we can make an exchangeable blade system instead of the file, right? So you can keep the scissor straight out the file for a blade or saw or whatever. We might do that. Probably not a saw because it's going to be too short. There's no point in having a saw in something so short. Like this, the saw in this never makes any sense. Like it just doesn't make sense. I mean, this is smaller than the 84 millimeter saw in Victorinox. Like it doesn't make any sense to be there. The Leatherman Juice has its own problems. Like once again, the Leatherman Juice, it's about this size, right? Except that the plier head is significantly thinner and smaller. So a lot of times the Juice series plier head would get broken because people would apply too much force laterally. They'd twist with it and it would just cause it to snap. So the goat tool, everyone's like, why not just do what the goat tool does? Well, the goat tool has its own issues. They're working it out and they will eventually get this dialed in, but the goat tool creates a whole new set of issues that you have to keep aware of. And the size is something you have to keep aware of too. Raw Feeding says, if I had to pick one multi-tool today, which one would it be? And that would be this one. This is an easy pick. If I had to, right now, because of what Leatherman's doing, I can't really honestly recommend either their bit system or their cutters. So for me, I would get the Swiss Tool MX Clip. That's the one I would carry. That's the one I'm currently carrying. This is the one. This is the one I would recommend. It's not perfect. The cutters are not great, but I'm not worried about it. This is the Spirit MX Clip. So there's a one-handed version that has one-handed blades, right? Like this, you see that? One-handed blade, and it comes with a pocket clip. That's the one you want. I would not get a SOG PowerPint. That was not my tool for life. If I would pick one, I wouldn't pick something from SOG who cannot fix their quality control issues. Like their quality control is garbage. Absolute garbage. Now the PowerPint design is great. The PowerPint like size, the functionality of it, all that's really amazing actually. They've done a very good job. Even the gear ratio was better. But the quality control is ass-tastic. So bad. Yes, and you can take the clip off. Yeah, absolutely. You can unscrew it right there. There's a screw on the inside. You just unscrew it, and it can just come off. Yeah. This is the one I would buy. I just don't see how can I recommend any other tool right now? How can I do it? Think about it. Leatherman cutters suck, right? Their bit system sucks, right? Like, I want to recommend the Curl, but the Curl has the Leatherman bit system. So Curl's not probably the least bad choice right now. And the Super Tool 300 and the Surge, they're going to come with those new cutters. So they're going to be shit out of the box. Sorry for the bad language. I'm so annoyed with Leatherman right now. Like they literally decided to make it suck worse. I just don't understand. They're just really being silly. Okay, so reminder to anyone who's coming in and hasn't already filled out the Google form, please make sure that if you want to be entered to give away for the Victorinox wallet, and then we'll put the pry tool with the nutsack bag. If you want to win one of these two things, make sure that you are entered. Once we hit 200 people, we're only 15 people off. Then these will both unlock, and then we're good to go. You should be able to just click it. It should just be listed down below, Andrew, in the pin. If you click it, it should... Blink's not working for you? That's interesting. Is it... Let me take a look and see, because I haven't changed anything, so I can see how many people have responded. So it says 122 people have responded, so it should work. Should work. Yeah, you can always use the link that Tim's sharing if you need to. Try that. Let me go back here. Does Spyderco make a multi-tool? They used to. They actually made a couple of really cool ones. They haven't made multi-tools in a very long time. Spyderco at one point made one. It was called the, God, I forget, like Spidey wrench or something like that. It was pretty cool. It was kind of impractical, but, you know, it is, you know, something. Kind of like how CRKT tried it at one point. So, thoughts on the new Arc? Well, I mean, I like it and I don't like it. You know, I've talked a lot about the flaws of it. The price as the lack of inclusion of a full bit kit was really annoying to me. And right now, I mean, I was willing to overlook the bit kit thing, but these replaceable cutter problems, honestly, it's not even just, can I recommend the Arc? I'm not even sure I could recommend a Leatherman right now. I'm so disillusioned with the fact that these cutters broke on me. Like, it's something so small. I'm having a hard time picking up a Leatherman right now. I am. And that's sad. I own like 100 Leathermans, so, and that's only slightly an exaggeration. And I'm struggling to want to pick one up. I mean, that being said, I mean, if I have like the EOD cutters like in this wave, then I'm happy, right? Because these EOD cutters rock. And I think, not 100% sure, I think you can actually order those, but you're going to have to modify them in order to fit inside the wave or P4. But they'll cut soft wire like a champ. They don't cut hardware very good because they're really sharp. They're better for that. Have you seen any better alternatives to the Squirt PS4? The best alternative, Solomon, for the Squirt PS4 is going to be the Nextool Mini Sailor, the plier-based version. I really like that one a lot, and you can get it for under $30. You can get it around $22. Olight makes one as well. You can buy it on their website, and I think it still falls under their lifetime warranty. So if you want a slightly better customer service experience, I would recommend going to like Olight and buy one there. The flagship Mini, someone's saying the flagship Mini. The flagship Mini springs, I've broken too many of them for me to recommend it. Even though they have a much bigger scissor set, the small metal springs on them tend to break. And so for that reason, I still think you should go with the Mini Sailor or the O-Tackle P1, I think it's called. So Joshua says, if you filled out the wrong YouTube name, don't worry too much. When we've had this happen and you win in the past, Joshua, what we've been able to do is use that 4-digit code you guys gave, and we can verify that it's you. So that's a backup that makes it very easy to verify. So that's cool. So don't worry, you're fine. As long as you finished it up and you put it in, you're good to go. Kind of want the double plier head multi-tool. Oh yeah, the weird one from Swiss Tech. So Max Payne said, what about the normal Swiss Tool MX clip? Okay, I have been trying to buy the regular version of the Swiss Tool with the one-handed blade for over a year, and it has never become available. Like, it does not exist. I've tried to buy one. I don't know where they are, but I have not been able to buy one. I would buy one immediately if I could. Immediately. I probably would carry that instead, to be honest. The Swiss Tool regular version with a one-handed blade and the scissor, which is significantly better than the scissor on the Spirit. Oh my God, yeah, absolutely. I'd buy it right now. I haven't been able to. I can't find it. I cannot find it anywhere. Yeah, Leatherman Squirt and the Style PS scissors, both of the spring heat treatment is really bad. Like, I would have the spring just broken when I pull it out of the box. And it was just sitting there. It was enough pressure to snap the spring. It was so dumb. They don't offer the ability to back order it, Dean. It's not an option, unfortunately. But no, I mean, I'm all about making a multi-tool, but like the one I would make is something that's not really offered, and that is a small multi-tool like this one, that is designed to complement a knife instead of a knife. Like I have tools that do that. I mean, if Leatherman keeps going this way, I mean, someone else is going to have to pick up the slack. But right now, like I think the biggest thing is I would like to see a complementary tool. I would really like to see something that goes along with a knife. You know what I mean? Was I able to get any word from Leatherman about the cutters? I'm not going to hear anything from them. Look, they've been doing this using the same cutters for years, for what appears to be a few years. Like you saw the Charge Plus, the G10. I mean, that was over a year ago. And they have the same cutters. They've been using the same style of messed up cutters for more than a year. And maybe people have been calling them on it. I don't know. But why would we expect them to change it? And here's the thing. How would they change it? Can you imagine? Can you imagine trying to figure out how the logistics of trying to get a pair of cutters like that in everyone's hands? Just imagine the logistics, the amount of tools that are sitting on shelves right now with those suboptimal cutters. Like, just think about that. How ridiculous it is that Leatherman can't get their act together and have decent cutters. Like that they said, oh no, that's fine. The gap is perfectly normal. Look, I at this point, it's pretty embarrassing when a $40 multi-tool has a better bit driver and better cutters. Like, that's really stupid, right? That's a big money problem for Leatherman. Like, they are not going to be able to justify it if the newer tools, which are more expensive, are worse than the older tools or the cheaper ones. Like, that is the worst case scenario. That's a death knell kind of stupidity. If they need to at least get on the horn and start saying, hey, we know there's a problem. We're going to start fixing it, because at least then they know, okay, hey, they understand, they're going to take care of it, blah, blah, blah. Right? Like, they should at least make it present. But I think they're going to remain completely silent. I think you're not going to hear anything out of Leatherman. So raw feeding says, why are budget companies beating out Leatherman? Okay, well, first of all, they're taking the best designs from Leatherman, the Wave and the Surge, and they're emulating them, which they should do because the patents are expired. And it's a really good design, right? Like the Surge, for instance, is a phenomenal design. It's just like when you look at what those tools can do here. Where is it? Here we go. When you look at the fact that they've improved a couple of aspects, you know what? I'm going to try something. This came with a spare set of cutters. I want to try something. I'm going to try this on camera. We'll see what happens. So it's 9:37. While I'm doing this, please make sure that you fill out the form, the Google form, if you haven't already. I want to make sure everyone who can win does. So, as I've said before, this is my my keychain. So I always have a T6, T8 with me. It does have a locking bit driver, which is pretty sweet. The next tool, Black Knight, is pretty cool if you live in a place where the they don't allow locking blades, because it does not have a locking blade. I want to see how close these actually are, because maybe this could be a solution. And by the way, the cheap Surge like design tool it actually has a spare set. This is a spare set of cutters. And I don't think they are exactly the same in any stretch of imagination. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work. No, I don't think so. Not quite. Okay, well, that's a no-go. Well, it was a nice try. It was a nice try. So those are not going to work. Oh, by the way, the cheap $40 tool comes with a second set of cutters. So even if you were to break it, which we weren't able to do, you still can do it. You know, and in fact, they have it like 1-in-1, which is super weird. Let me choose this real quick. Let me put these back. Like, I might as well throw these away because these are junk. Junk cutters. I'll keep them just for reference point, but I have I have spare cutters, and I will get spare cutters. You said I ordered some cutters for the arc on AliExpress. Well, bravo. I hope they're legit, because that would be amazing if we could, even if it's not from Leatherman, which would be the biggest black eye ever, by the way. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. Okay, so on this tool, one is like the straight cutters. Oh my God, I just realized something. I should have mentioned this. I think this is designed if you use a lot of soft wire. So I'm actually going to take that half off. That's why they did it. I just realized that's crazy. What a nice inclusion. Yet another reason. Now, both the DI Camping and the Byberry both come with these spare cutters. Is that a T6? I think it's a T6. So 4 minutes, guys, if you want to, it is a T6. If you want to win either of these two things, you definitely want to do that. Oh, 240 people. So we're definitely unlocking both of those, the wallet and the nutsack. Make sure you guys get the thing finished. Get it filled out. Just put that back in there. I like the hybrid cutter a little bit because, like, weirdly enough, when I do cut a wire, it's usually something I'm not supposed to be doing, so it's better to have like 2 hardwire cutters. So there you go. Boom, boom. Oh, I see. I see. Look at that. That's why they have 2 different ones, because otherwise there's a hole. Let me try that even though with the hole. Let me see something. I mean, it still cuts this wire, but, you know, I mean, I guess it doesn't need it. But, you know, it'll be incomplete cuts. That's why they have that. That's why they have it. Interesting. I don't own any Microtech knives, no. So this is the, so they're asking what tool is this? This is the Byberry, like, heavy duty one, like the Surge clone. I've talked about it in my top 10 budget multi-tool videos. It came in at like number 1. This is the tool. I just wanted to play with it, see if the cutters would fit the lemon arc. 2 more minutes, guys. Make sure you get the stuff finished. But like even though it has a straight and a curved, no problem with the cutting on this one. No problem. Absolutely fine. No issues at all. Not even a little bit of a scratch. Nothing. Perfect. Like, that's what I'm saying is like, this is a $40 tool. The Surge is a $150 tool. that likely also comes with these shitty cutters. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a moment. Well, okay, so Byberry is the sub brand. So like these tools are made by one manufacturer, right? And then what happens is that companies will pay to get their name put on it. But it's all made by the same company. So you'll see like things like DI Camping and all these other companies, but it's the same manufacturer for all of these clones. And they're all pretty consistent with quality. Okay, so put that away. All right, one more minute. Make sure you get those entries in, guys. Make sure we're good to go. So let me put that away. Get this out of the way. All right, we are done. I will take a look. So I can see timestamps when the things are completed. So a lot of times people haven't, finished after the time. Sorry, but you don't get included. So make sure that you do it before 9:45 next time. Okay, so let's pull the winners for this week. Just gonna put these cutters away so I don't lose them. All right, rock and roll. All right, so let me pull up our little random number generator here. And let's see how many entries we have. 100 and, let me refresh. Okay, 176 entries. Any come in after the time frame? Okay, so 3 entries came in after. Stop entering. I can see it in real time. Okay, so 174. So 2 to 174. All right. Next week is the one you guys want to make sure you don't miss, just for the record. All right, so make it easy. So yeah, you got to get in before 9:45. All right, so the way I do it is I click it, and then the third number is it. So, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 144. That's the first winner for the Victorinox. 144. Okay. Emilio. And YouTube is at Emilio Hernandez 7747. Emilio. All right. Let's see if we are here. So let me just give them a few minutes to see if they're here. If not, I will pull another name. Yeah, this way I guarantee everything goes through, and that person knows they won, so that they're expecting the email. That's why they have to be here at 9:45. It's worked every week we've tried. It's been awesome, actually. Not Emilio Estevez, Emilio Hernandez. Yeah. All right, Emilio, you here? I'll give him another minute or so. All right. One more minute. I now identify as Emilio. Nice. All right, I think we're going to pull another one. All right, so let's go ahead and grab this again. Get rid of this. Random number generator. All right. Here we go. So it's going to be for the wallet again. 1, 2, 3. 69. Nice. 107. Okay. Winner is Orlando. And YouTube profile is Orlando S. Orlando S. You hear Orlando? Orlando S. Come on. That's like the first. Okay, so Orlando, since Orlando Salazar is a little bit different than what you entered, I'm going to ask you to give me your 4-digit code, and that way I can verify that it's you. So all you have to do, Orlando, the 4-digit code that you wrote down. Okay, let me check it. All right, you're good to go. Congratulations, you got the wallet, so you're good to go. All right, moving on. For the nutsack bag with the little pry tool, kind of a fun little thing. It is titanium. It has a little ratchet. It's kind of cool, right? Got a little ratchet for the bit driver, a little hook. I got this, I don't know what possessed me to buy that on AliExpress, but you know what? It's cool. Let me go back here. We're going to go and do the number generator here. All right. 1, 2, 3. 89. Okay. Okay, so the winner is Adam, and YouTube profile is ABG USAF. ABG USAF. Don't ask me to try to pronounce that. So let me check something. Adam, okay. So your name's different once again, Adam. So if you could do me a favor, please, and give me the 4-digit code that you gave me, and I can verify it on my end, since they're different. I didn't realize the 4-digit code would be so damn useful, but it works this much easier. Okay, 8243, let's see. All right, you're good to go. All right, congratulations. All right, so that's pretty much it for that. All right, so I will be sending an email out to the email that you guys included in the form. The best thing about these giveaways, at no point could somebody who tries to scam you intercept, because I don't do it through comments, right? And at no point does anyone get your email. So that's the best thing. So I will be sending these out to you guys probably tomorrow. I don't have too many to send, so I should be able to get these in the mail. So congratulations. Now let me reiterate one more time before you guys go. do not miss next week. The whole point, we got sidetracked, we did some other stuff, but it's very important to mention that next week we were going to be having a massive giveaway. We're going to call it Max Giving, because every time we unlock I think the most expensive win is going to be somewhere in the $400 range, almost $400. 2 knives in a special case kind of thing. So yeah, you're not going to want to miss next week for sure. I like the hashtag Max Giving. That sounds like fun. We should probably use that. I like it. I think Max Giving. With an S or without an S? That's the question. I don't know. No, I love that name, Brandon. It was a great idea. I'm definitely going to be doing it. Maximus? I don't know if we're gonna do Maximus. I'm more of the more traditional type when it comes to Christmas. I don't like the commercialization of something like that as much. Like Thanksgiving is just a great way for me to share. I think it's a true American holiday in the sense that, you know, you can be what you want, but you know, it's a little bit different with Christmas. So my first name is Dominic. My last name, I don't talk about my last name because my last name is so unique that if you were to know it, you'd know who I am and where I live. And so I don't really do the last name thing. Maxlvledc EDC, of course, the channel name. So I'm looking forward to everyone coming in for that. If you got any questions before I go, feel free. I usually hang out. We've done a little earlier. Usually we go to like 10:15, something like that. So if you guys have any questions, I'll finish with that. By the way, I'm going to be talking about this flashlight really soon. I've had them in the past, but they have since updated the user interface. I can say with clarity that this is now my go-to sub $30 like tack flashlight. It actually has a good user interface, and an actual good one. This is fantastic, this flashlight. I'll be talking about it in my gear of the week, but definitely amazing. Like, I'm so pleased that they updated the user interface on this thing. So good. So Wednesday will be the exact same time, Stephen, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's always 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, always. Yep, and this week, so I'm going to be announcing that, like, all that stuff on Instagram and so on, to let people know, because it's going to be a big event. I don't want anyone to miss it. So yeah, we'll be doing that. So the way it's going to work is there's going to be $300 worth of stuff like this, right? Where you have it for just coming in, and then there's going to be something once we hit 200 people. So that'll be at least $300 worth of stuff right there on the spot. Every 10 memberships, 10 people who join during that stream, we're going to unlock the next item. And the next item is going to be a minimum of $100 and a maximum of like 400. But it's going to continue to unlock, and basically the more we unlock, the more expensive they're going to get. So it's going to be really cool. I have a whole plan with this whole thing. It's going to be slick. I probably will make the minimum be about $150. I'm probably going to start off at like $150. I have not done a goat tool torture test. Maybe I'll give away a goat tool. I don't know. Maybe I'll give away a goat tool next week. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's possible. Could happen. I'm going to think about it. Maybe. Well, I'm going to put them in boxes, and so no one's going to know what they are until we unlock them. No, I mean, it's a tit for tat, right, Joshua? Like, this allows me to cover all the shipping. A lot of the products that you're seeing were given to me. It's only fair that I give them back to the people who are taking care of me by watching my videos and using the affiliate links. This is a win across the board, right? So the idea being that like the memberships help sustain the cost of shipping things out internationally, because this is an international giveaway, right? So like last week I had 3 things shipped out. You know, each time I do that, it's like $40. So it's all give and take. And I'm really happy to be able to do it. Like, it's just awesome. Yeah, now you're gonna have to wait. It's next Wednesday. Yeah, Leatherman Arc giveaway. I don't know about that. Honestly, I mean, I'm going to customize mine. It's going to work great. But then again, no one else is going to have one because, like, I like dozens and dozens of multi-tools, right? I can source, like, cutters for the next 20 years without any issue. And I've never broken one. So, like, that wouldn't be a problem for me. But for, like, the average person, not good. Thank you, Joshua. I appreciate that. So yeah, don't join. So thank you for the memberships we did get today, but save those. In fact, I'm gonna kind of keep track of what happens throughout the week, and I will add them to the total. So basically, if we have like 4 memberships that join between this stream and the next one, I will include those towards that first 10. So that way they're not lost. So anybody who did join today, don't worry, they'll include that as well. Maybe we will give away, you know, maybe we will do the Leatherman Crunch. Maybe, but like, what am I going to value that at? Like 200? Like, what do I value the Crunch at? Because you can't get one. They're like impossible to find. So, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I will do it. But let's be clear. I mean, it's like, you know, what that's going to be a later tier for sure. Yeah, $400 for the Leatherman Crunch on eBay. Get over yourself. That is nuts. No. I don't do auction. No, I'm not in the process of making money off that stuff. I mean, I bought it for the standard price, right? But I'm gonna, like, for the purposes of this, I mean, I'm gonna line it up in the right value because it doesn't really matter, right? If I were to sell stuff, like say on NAF sale, then it would be different. Like, I'm going to value it at a reasonable price. Like, I'm going to put my Mr. Crunch up on NAF sale at some point. It's going to be a very reasonable price. Like, one of the cheapest Mr. Crunches you'll ever see ever. Oh my God, $278 for the Leatherman Crunch. Get out of here. No, that is just, no. No, that is ridiculous. $280. Redonkulous. Yeah. Like, you know what I would consider, though? I would consider auctioning the Mr. Crunch for charity. That's the only thing I would be willing to do, except that doing that is very complicated, and it's just a headache. Like, if I could, I would. Because, like, I think that would be really cool. That's the only way I would do, like, where I would, other than selling it. Because, like, the goal would be kind of selling it at a very reasonable price. Like, I'm looking at, like, something like $500 for the Mr. Crunch, which right now those are going for like $2,000. So yeah. And so yeah, there's that. No, you cannot have my mini tool. None of you. This one is, by the way, pristine. Such good condition, this one. I kept an eye on looking online on eBay for like a really good condition mini tool. Dude, this one is in such good shape. Absolutely flawless. That being said, would not hesitate to absolutely use it. It does not give a damn. It's still excellent quality. Hell no on the mini tool for grand prize. I'd rather give away an arc than a mini tool. Fuck that. Skip, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Tell us how you really feel. No, no, I really love the old tools. I think that they did such a good job. You know, when I first started this adventure into multi-tools, I used to never understood why people like the old tools so much. But now that I've had them, I'm like, these were so good. So good. You know, they're amazing. What's your favorite knife? I don't really have a favorite knife. Like, you're going to have to be more specific. Like, what's my favorite budget knife that looks good? Like, this is one of my favorite budget knives right now. It's the Civivi Voltaic. But like, I think that the the large pyrite's really good. I mean, there's just so many good ones. Yeah, if you can get a mini tool for under $100 in good condition, you should get one. Just saying. They are amazing. So good. Favorite EDC knife. What price range? So it's like, this is like $80, something like that, right? I have some knives that are in the $30 range that I think are fantastic. Let's see what we got. Like, I think an easy to one to recommend to basically anyone. Like I said, like I don't really like saying, because I don't think there's such a thing as a best knife, but like the Cubit from Civivi is ridiculous. Incredible action, has a built-in bottle opener, really good ergonomics. It's a little slippery on the aluminum, but really nice thin profile. Fantastic. Any of these are pretty good. Favorite knife from 15 to 200. That's easy. That one's easy. Okay. Favorite knife from 15 to 200. That's easy. That's an easy one. Okay. So 15, 150 to 200. That is going to be... Where is the knife? Can't figure out. Oh, it's in here. Hey, get back. Need to get control of these my gear here. All right. That would be this one. MagnaCut, RSK, Doug Ritter, Hogue, made in the United States. This is it. Okay, that being said, that's about to change though, because Blade HQ and all of these guys, they finally released pre-orders for my new favorite knife between that range, and that's going to end up being the Spyderco Para 3 Salt, which is in MagnaCut. Para 3 Salt lightweight. Oh my God, so good. Oh my goodness. Have you seen this thing? I got to hold it at Blade Show. It is legit. And the thing is, they also have I didn't know they were doing this, but the Para 2 is coming out in Salt version with MagnaCut. Oh, it's going to be so good. That could end up taking the cake. I don't know if it'll beat the larger one. The Para 2 probably won't beat this, but the Para 3, which sub 3-inch blade, now that will likely be one of my absolute keepers of keepers. And by the way, $160 USA made, Para 3 in MagnaCut, lightweight, so good. Like I'm going to talk about that soon, because I'm going to do a pre-order for it. I think, you know, I might talk about it. Yeah, I mean, we could get rid of the bottle openers, but if it's not hurting anything, like, that's not really hurting anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it when it's kind of getting in the way or you're using it for no reason, but it's okay if it's just kind of hidden. If it's a good condition Leatherman mini tool, then 90 is a pretty good price. So yeah, I don't like the idea of saying what's the best knife. Just I can tell you what my favorite knives are in different criterias, but like this knife is just such a good one and done. So good. And it's on washers, by the way. It's so smooth. Crazy good knife. All right, so we're going to call it a night. Just a reminder, please make sure that you come next week for Maxlvledc. Yeah, once you get this in hand, it will change your philosophy of multi-tools forever. For sure. It just, you realize this came out right after the PST and you're like, how? How did we go from that to what we have now? It doesn't make sense. Like, where do we go wrong? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good night, guys. The Havilland Evolve's pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. Havilland Evolve's pretty good. Hulk smash. Okay, so thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry for the rant when we talked about the Leatherman Arc, but I'm just really annoyed. Sorry, I am. But yeah, if you guys get any information, if you talk to Leatherman and they give you information about the cutters, that's great. But I have a feeling it's not gonna change anything. So you guys have a good night, and we'll talk again soon. All right, have a good one.